Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Very good.
Good. So, Ahana, first of all, congratulations on
Thank
clearing. This is like the most prestigious exam that you have cleared.
thank you so much. It had been a long journey. So yeah, very
Yes.
happy about it.
And I remember that from the very start, you have been very dedicated to, not only dedicated, very enthusiastic towards economics also.
Yeah,
Has paid off well.
thank you so much.
So, Ahana, tell us about your journey. How, I mean, I don't remember you thinking about civil service during your college life, or was it always the case?
Oh, it was always the case. So, in my 12th itself, I was never into science or commerce. I had made up my mind to study humanities, and the only condition that my mom was like, you should study some technical subject. So, she asked me to study economics. So, I studied economics. It was never on the plan that I would do my graduation in economics. I was open to political science, history, and all that sorts. But the IAS dream was always planted in my head. Since a child, I remember even in my class first, we used to write, what do you want to become? So I wrote an IS officer and my mom corrected an IS. That memory has stuck in my head. But coming back, so yes, that is why I chose economics. And then my mom suggested that this is a good course, you could go forward with it. And then I went ahead with it. And so since the whole IAS civil services thing was always on my mind, so I did take coaching in the last year of my college. I graduated in 2020, and so 2019, after the second year ended, I went for coaching. I then COVID hit, and suddenly we didn't even have our sixth semester offline. We had it online. That was such a disaster. And I gave the attempt that year also. It was in October, and I mean, we were still. I think sixth semester exams only happened in November, so that never the sense of seriousness with respect to CSE never came about because I was still in college. The head mindset was still there, and but then obviously I had made up my mind that I'm going to give the next exam, next year's exams. So I studied. COVID wave 2 hit, and the exam was supposed to be held in June, but it was a disaster. I mean, if I think about that time, it was very, very hard on all of us, and personally also. My mom was very sick. I was having the virus, and then whatever. October happened, then I gave the exam. I cleared the prelims. It was very stressful, and I remember being very stressed that I cleared. I mean, I was happy, but because the mains were the whole cycle was very shortened. It's usually a June to April cycle, but this was what, October to April cycle, right? So and I was scared. I gave my mains very, very hard. If I could, I would have ran away. I mean, I know people are elated that they get to write the mains, but it was very, very stressful for me that point of time. It was in January 22, 5th of January. I gave the exam and everything happened. And then I did not want to study. I had solid 2 months in my hand, but it was so stressful. Like, I really want to talk about this during the podcast also, that how strenuous this exam is on the psychological well-being of an aspirant. Because we all talk about the success stories and everything, but the pain and the anxiety and the stress that one goes through is immense, and there are not a lot of outlets for that. So I didn't study. I'm not very happy about it when I look back, but I didn't study. I could not study. I picked up my books. I used to whatever. And then God had been gracious. I had gotten into the personality test also. I gave it was the results came on 16th or 17th of March, and the next day was Holi. And then I had my interview on 5th of April 2022, and I gave it. It went decently well. I was scared, but it went all right. I was happy with it. But there was a sense of dread in my heart. I could not explain why. कहीं ना कहीं मन में लगता था कि इतनी दूर आ गई हूँ तो खून पसीने की मेहनत का रिजल्ट आ जाएगा, भगवान विल बी काइंड. बट कहीं ना कहीं डर था, एंड आई कुड नॉट एक्सप्लेन इट व्हाई. And then obviously the whole process of waiting is so strenuous. It's so hard. एंड अभी आएगा, अभी आएगा, अभी नहीं आएगा, नहीं आएगा, तो आते आते इट केम ऑन 31st of May, and 5th of June is the prelims, next cycle, and I didn't get through. And that was the hardest like day. I wouldn't say the hardest because the coming days would be the hardest, but that was a really low moment in my life. And I remember telling my mom ki nahi hai mummy. And then my mom goes like, you know, let me check. And I'm like, aap kya? Matlab, the numbers will be the same. You can't change that. So it's not there. And it was a really, really, really hard time, the entire 2022.
If
And
you
yeah, I
if
can't hear.
the very start from prelims again, I think
Yeah,
process is very, very difficult.
सांप सीढ़ी का खेल नहीं होता, 99 पे जाके you come back on 2 or 5 whatever. It's the same.
It's very difficult to
It's very difficult, and usually there is at least 1.5 months before the next cycle starts, so at least you get that you know, strength to get back up. For me, I had made up my mind कि मैं नहीं दूंगी, मेरे से होगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि my prelims marks were as much as the cutoff. So I was like, "Ki, this was a fluke. I have gotten through a fluke, and this is not going to happen again. I've not studied. I didn't want to study because it wasn't overconfident. It was sort of a belief कि हो जाएगा, इतना सह लिया है, and it's just been hard. The whole process was hard. That cycle was hard. It was hard for a lot of people. I'm not saying just for me. I mean, I'm sure for the people who've cleared also, it wasn't easy. Like for the whole world, it was so tough. But personally, I just didn't feel कि नहीं, मैं नहीं दे पाऊंगी. So yeah, and then days went ahead. Used to cry at the matlab, in a jiffy at anything. I didn't want to study. I didn't want to do anything. And then my mom told me that I need to have a backup. And then that's when I realized that a lot of people do it, right? Like 5 attempts, 4 attempts, doing nothing but preparing. But for me, that seemed so daunting, to stay in the same room, to be in the same environment, to go through the same process again. So I gave my master's entrances. And by the time, so I felt that my books had betrayed me. That wasn't true. But I have said this before also, that the UPSC examination prep is very different from what we study in the college. The way you understand the subject is very, very different. If you don't understand the subject, right, you can't write those answers. You can't write them holistically, so to say. You can write some of it, I'm sure, but the UPSC optional prep made me realize how much I like economics. And that's when and I didn't study much. I wouldn't say that I studied a lot after my final results also. But that was the prep that got me through the master's entrances. And I didn't give a lot of exams. I gave AUD. I had missed to give the exam right, or IGIDR I had missed to to fill the form only. So I had not a lot of options. Oh, AUD was under CUET. So CUET, I was sure I'm gonna get through because my UPSC prep would have given me the chance to get through. And I gave IIFT. And I had not known about IFT per se before this. I had heard of it, but I didn't even know that they had a master's program. I told my mom, she's like, no, you should fill it. I filled it. The exam went horribly bad. I remember this one question where they said that classical economics don't suggest voluntary unemployment. And then I said no, which is wrong. So something of that sort. And CUET I gave, it went well. I felt कि I'm gonna get through. JNU तो मिल जाएगा मुझे. And but IFT results came earlier. And then my mom was hell-bent कि नहीं, you have to go. You have to get out of the house. You can't stay like this. Your mental state is not well. And it was in Kolkata. And I never in my life thought I'll leave my house. But my mom was like, no, we are going. So we went. We took the admission. Everything got planned out. And then JNU results came, and I had gotten AIR 2 in JNU. And then I was like, should I go? Should I not go? But so much money, effort had been already spent to settle me in Kolkata. So, and I don't know, I felt that JNU's course would be easier than that of IFT, which is much more comparable to DSU in the quantitative sense. And I had been so far away from quantitative economics because UPSC doesn't, I mean, especially the optional in CSA. Yeah. So, But then I remember telling my friend that I'm going to take it as a challenge. I'm going to stay at IFT, pull myself through quantitative economics. How hard is it going to be? It was very hard in the first semester. But nonetheless, yeah. So that's how it was. That's how I landed in IFT Kolkata to do my master's. And IES के लिए I was never, मतलब माइंड में था कि मास्टर्स कर लूंगी तो I can give it. RBI is there, and then there are other government positions which get opened up. बट दिमाग में ये भी था कि CSE देने हैं कि नहीं, दोबारा दे देती हूँ, हमेशा था ऐसा। मतलब मैं तो कहती हूँ कीड़ा होता है ये, जिसके दिमाग में आ जाता है, हाँ, एंड इट डजंट गो। सो ठीक है, चल रहा है, दे रही हूँ, सोच रही हूँ देना चाहिए नहीं देना चाहिए, मन नहीं हो रहा है, डोंट वांट टू स्टडी, I don't want to go back to those books again, don't want to put myself through so much again. So ठीक है, तब तक तो कॉलेज था, I gave my exams. First sem was really hard because एकदम से quantitative economics hits you in the face. Real algebra, I still don't know what it is. Really hard to understand. But yeah, by that time I think I had made up my mind कि चलो let us try IES. So I started studying for it ऐसे ऊपर नीचे थोड़ा थोड़ा, because economics was the easiest subject to go back to, right? I was already studying it in masters. So started preparing for it. ठीक है, देखते हैं. Started preparing for optional rather, not just ES. ठीक है, let's try. And I'm still doing it. I used to do it only when I used to have time. Yeah, and I talked to some of my professors, like other professors, coaching professors also, कि करूँ नहीं करूँ. I gave it and it was, मतलब, you wouldn't believe, I was studying. I'm not gonna say I wasn't studying, but very aimlessly कि देखते हैं क्या होता है masters के बाद. But it was in January 23 when last year's results came out, and I saw Redu ma'am's name, and I had known her a little before, and then I talked to her also. Then I felt that, when somebody closer to you gets it, then you feel that it's not that far from you, right?
It was, I think, just in her last year. I mean, that age cut. She was in the last.
Yeah, yeah,
She turned 30 na last year.
yeah,
Yes.
I think so. Yes, yeah.
I would with.
Yeah, so that's when I felt कि चलो दे देते हैं, let's just go for it. No expectations, nothing. एंड मैंने सोचा था पिछले साल भी दे दूंगी, फर्स्ट ईयर के बाद दे तो सकती हूँ, पर वो कहते हैं कि इंटरव्यू के लिए यू नीड टू हैव योर मार्कशीट. पर मैं बहुत ऑप्टिमिस्टिक हूँ, मुझे लगा मेरा क्लियर हो जाएगा तो मैं मार्कशीट कैसे लाऊंगी. व्हाटएवर दैट हैपेंड, नहीं दिया मैंने, जस्ट डिडंट फील राइट. सो एंड देन आई हैडंट आल्सो प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर इट टू गिव इट, एंड आई फील कि वो एग्जाम नहीं देना चाहिए अनलेस यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड, क्योंकि फिर एक्सपेक्टेशंस होती हैं और नहीं निकलेगा ऑब्वियसली अगर पढ़ाई नहीं करी है तो. मतलब दैट्स हाउ इट इज, एनी एग्जाम इज. तो ठीक है, जनवरी में आई स्टार्टेड स्टडिंग प्रॉपरली, एंड फोर्थ सेमेस्टर, एंड आई यूज टू वेक अप अर्ली, ऐसे अर्ली 4 बजे, अर्ली नहीं 6 बजे उठती थी, 6 साढ़े 6, एंड आई यूज टू स्टडी फॉर 1-2 hours बिफोर माई कॉलेज स्टार्ट्स. एंड so I always say this, that my strategy is very different from other people who've been studying full time. I had already gone through the process. For me, writing answers on managing time was not a problem. This was something that I was lucky to have it, and touch wood for it. And I had already, मतलब मुझे लगता है मैंने biggest mock दे दिया था UPSC जाके. तो मुझे पता था कि टाइम कैसे होता है, फीलिंग्स कैसी होती हैं, नर्व्स कैसे होते हैं, बिकॉज आई लॉस्ट माई नर्व्स इन एथिक्स एग्जाम, दैट्स व्हाई आई फील आई कुडंट क्लियर द फाइनल पेपर. खैर जो भी, तो मुझे पता था, तो दैट वाज नेवर एन इशू. द ओनली इशू वाज कंटेंट, कि मुझे अपना प्रेजेंटेशन और कंटेंट, प्रेजेंटेशन भी ओके था, ठीक है. आई न्यू हाउ टू राइट एन आंसर, कि इंट्रोडक्शन, बॉडी, कंक्लूजन होना चाहिए, एग्जाम्पल्स जहाँ पे स्प्रिंकल कर सकते हो कर लो, पता था मुझे. आई वॉज नॉट एन इशू. कॉन्टेंट था, अब कैसे पढ़ना है. तो फॉर मी गोइंग बैक टू बेसिक्स वॉज वेरी डॉन्टिंग. आई कुड नॉट ओपन HL, मैं तो लाई भी नहीं थी कोलकाता कि मैं HL जो फिर से पढ़ रही हूँ, उतना टाइम भी नहीं था, सो टू से. I had to do my dissertation. I was also interning. I was also a part of my economic society in IFT. So we had this huge conclave to plan. So मतलब I feel God has been, मतलब पहले ही बोल देती हूँ, God and universe has been with me throughout the process. क्योंकि मेहनत तो मैम सब करते हैं. I mean, any serious aspirant, because मेहनत मैंने भी की थी सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जाम में, बट नहीं हुआ ना, क्योंकि वो थोड़ा फैक्टर रहता है, whatever name you want to call it, universe, destiny, God, etc., etc. So I started studying, and what my strategy was to go backwards. I took 5 years के past years, and I used to write them down. मतलब I had those notebooks जो आपको Amazon पे easily मिल जाएगी, UPSC वाली, and then I used to write the questions and I used to write the answers, all of them very diligently. That was my prep, that if I do 5 years, of course I knew कि अगर ये टॉपिक कवर नहीं हुआ है तो इट्स इन माई माइंड कि अच्छा वॉर्मर टोबिन का क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है, तो लेट्स जस्ट राइट इट डाउन टू नो कि अच्छा ये होता है, stuff like that. So I did a very reverse engineering, so because that was my time, it wasn't a lot, I didn't have 6 months even in my hand, I had to do my other, I was obviously committed to my college mostly, but 2 months, I think January February मैंने कर लिए थे 5-5 साल के क्वेश्चन, चारों साल के, तो उसके बाद मुझे समय नहीं मिला. And because I started interning, we had this huge conference at ICRIER. I went there, I participated there, and उसके बाद तो obviously I'm college भी तो है और dissertation भी लिखनी है, because we had 4 subjects and we had a dissertation, so we were doing 6 credits के stuff, so it was a lot of work उस समय. And then I gave it and I came back on 9th of June, back to Delhi. उस समय तो पढ़ाई वढ़ाई कुछ होती ही नहीं है. 6th of June को I had my presentation viva, and then I came back on 9th, and 21st June को पहला पेपर था IES का. So I was like, देना तो है, मैंने फॉर्म वॉर्म तो भर ही दिया था कि let's see, let's like, I know economics, I've done well in college also. So the whole idea of doing well in IIFT, I was good enough in my class, was very like motivating. कि इतनी आती है, मतलब masters is very tough than these exams. The rigor that masters asks of you, the technicality of the subject doesn't come through in these exams as much, because that's the level of these exams. But a master's course, full proper course, is very technical, very rigorous, very quantitative, and requires you to think a lot. बारिंग सब सब्जेक्ट्स वो तो सब हर जगह ही होता है. तो 9 जून को आई, 21 जून को था, एंड आई वाज लाइक कि ठीक है, मस्ती करके आएंगे, लेट्स सी हाउ मच आई नो, एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई डिड. मतलब आई विल, it was God's giving, ma'am. I had prepared, of course I had prepared, I had been preparing since 2019, oh, off and on, बट टू क्लियर इट वॉज नेवर माई. मैं बचपन मन में भी सोचती थी कि बस इंटरव्यू तक पहुंच जाऊं, बाकी नहीं भी हो तो एक सेंस ऑफ सिक्योरिटी आ जाएगी कि आती है इकोनॉमिक्स, कि मतलब ऐसे मतलब अच्छा नहीं लगेगा इफ यू डन गुड इन योर मास्टर्स एंड देन ऑल्सो यू आर नॉट क्लियरिंग दिस एग्जाम, बिकॉज इट्स, of course this exam is not just content, it's writing. So much of it is writing and presentation and time management. I know so many.
As always,
Yeah.
let me tell you, I mean,
Yeah.
writing skills were always good.
तो ठीक है, फिर आई गेव इट, इट वाज अ लॉट ऑफ फन. माय सेंटर वाज वेरी क्लोज टू माय हाउस, आई लिव इन साउथ दिल्ली, तो बहुत पास में था. आई यूज्ड टू कम बैक, माय मॉम यूज्ड टू टेक मी बैक फॉर लंच आल्सो. इट वाज वेरी स्मूथ, मतलब इट वाज, आई वाज वेरी ग्रेटफुल फॉर इट, एंड आई यूज्ड टू स्टडी, एंड देयर वर थिंग्स दैट आई यूज्ड टू स्टडी एंड वही आ जाते थे. इट वाज, व्हाट इज दैट वर्ड, सेरेंडिपिशियस. हाँ, वो वही था, सेरेंडिपिटी ही होती थी. आई यूज्ड टू स्टडी दिस, ठीक है, ज्ञान पढ़ शुरू शुरू में पढ़ रही हूँ कि हाँ बजट में ज्ञान पे फोकस है, तो ठीक है पढ़ लेती हूँ ध्यान से. वो आ भी गया बहुत रैंडमली, एंड द ओनली पेपर दैट आई फाउंड strenuous was paper 1, because it was lengthy, and it was obviously the first paper also, तो थोड़ा रहता ही है. And I misjudged a question, क्योंकि मतलब ऑब्वियसली सब तो नहीं आता है, तो यू हैव टू चूज हाउ मच यू नो मोस्ट amongst 2 or 3 questions. And I started writing and I thought कि हो जाएगा, लिखती रहूंगी, हो जाएगा. नहीं हुआ. And then I'm like, oh my god, I have what, 15 minutes left and I have an entire question to attempt, and what, 20 marks, like a bigger question, not the shorter ones. I remember scratching it, and then wrote to the last bit. I do not, I mean, suggest it to everybody, but it is what happens. You know, you can't prejudge this situation, and that's what happened. And I scored really high in paper one as against other papers. So, and I used to hate quantitative economics. For me, math statistics was never my subject. I'm more of a development Indian eco person. But I think the technicality and the objectivity these papers give you also higher marks. So yeah, I have spoken a lot, but yes, that's how I came here.
I understand. So, Ahana, when I see your result, I think you've got the third highest marks in writing across all,
Second highest.
highest in
Yeah.
writing. 150.
Yeah, we saw 449 and 451 is the highest.
Oh, sorry, I am getting confused with the interview marks. Yes,
Interview we'll talk. Yeah.
marks.
Yeah.
So, what different did you do in your paper? I mean, what would you suggest people? How did you write the answers
Yeah.
that helped you score the second highest all India?
Yeah. एज आई सेड, वो जो बेसिक्स है ना हमारे इंट्रोडक्शन बॉडी कंक्लूजन, वो हर जगह फॉलो करने की कोशिश ज़रूर करनी चाहिए. देर विल बी टाइम्स जब ये नहीं फॉलो हो पाता है, बट वो इंटेंशन रहना चाहिए कि कहीं भी अगर मिल रहा है तो एक लाइन लिख ही दो कंक्लूजन. अगर न्यूमेरिकल भी है, मान लो कुर्नो पे न्यूमेरिकल है, तो मैं स्टार्ट न्यूमेरिकल से नहीं करूंगी, मैं लिख दूंगी कुर्नो इज अ डुओपोली मॉडल, एक्स वाई जेड दीज आर द assumptions दैट दे टेक. एंड देन सिर्फ क्यू स्टार निकाल के मत छोड़ दो, पी नॉट भी निकालो, दिखाओ, एक ड्राइंग कर दो. छोटी सी ड्राइंग ही तो है बेस्ट रिस्पॉन्स फंक्शंस के जो करने हैं. तो वो एक होलिस्टिक पिक्चर देता है एग्जामिनर को कि आपको आता है. और कोई एग्जाम्पल है, जैसे मैं, दिस इज समथिंग दैट आई ऑलवेज कोट, कि हैरोडोमर क्वेश्चन लिख रहे हो, उसमें लिख दो ना कि 5 year प्लान फर्स्ट वाला यूज्ड हैरोडोमर 17x17 सेक्टर मॉडल्स. व्हाई नॉट राइट इट, एंड something that I always again say, that see the subject of economics holistically across its sub-subjects. माइक्रो को साइलो में मत डालो, मैक्रो को साइलो में मत डालो. और मैक्रो तो चलो फिर भी अलग है, बट environment eco, public eco, international eco, all these are stems from these bigger schools of thoughts. So you have to show the examiner that you know economics and not just microeconomics, so to say, right? Or if you're even an ecotrix question, if they're asking you, if they've given you the equation of LFPR in some social issue, then write a line if you know something of that sort. Holistically, introduction, body conclusion, and examples, I would say, jahan bhi likhna ho likho, and attempt the entire paper. Cannot stress this enough. You don't know, entire question. Don't spend too much time on one question. These are like things that we've grown up grown up as in the aspirant journey. You know this. You have to apply it. अगर 20 क्वेश्चन है, 19 क्वेश्चन है, अटेम्प्ट करने हैं, सारे अटेम्प्ट करो, irrespective of the knowledge of the question. Because so many times you feel that you don't know the question, but once you start writing, then you can come up with a decent enough answer, right? And this happened with me in Indian Eco. So I feel that Indian Eco is a subject that I'm fairly good at, but the questions that came were so schemes oriented this time. Digital India Mission, it's been really long since Digital India Mission was launched. Ayushman Bharat, suddenly it has come. And then I did not know all of them, right? I had not studied as much, because Indian Eco is not something that, again, is not something that you study for 10 days.
It's vast.
Yes, it's very vast, and you keep on adding information in your brain. Through the budgets that you studied, through the economic surveys that you've studied. I studied Uma Kapila, but way back. And since then I've studied notes, newspaper, so important. But इस बार का paper ही ऐसा नहीं आया कि you think, and I mean I can think of things कि चलो question पूछा है कि ये problems हैं, ये solution है और ये है, पर अब schemes में you have to know. But then also I wrote whatever I knew. Sometimes you can just think of the Digital India Mission का aim क्या हो सकता है, digital inclusion हो सकता है. Then you can obviously highlight digital gaps exist करते हैं, digital gaps regionally exist करते हैं, regional digital gaps gender wise exist करते हैं. तो something of that sort you present it in a way that is मतलब presentable. मतलब ठीक है 4 पेज नहीं भर पाओगे पर 2 पेज तो भर दो, अच्छे से लिख दो, जितना आता है लिख दो, पर लिख दो, क्योंकि बहुत मैटर करता है पेपर कंप्लीट करना. And using this platform to publicize my blog, I've written it there also that अगर 20 marks का question है और 180 minutes हैं, so whatever 20 upon how much 210% of it, तो 18 minutes आप लगाओ वहाँ उस question में, उससे ज़्यादा मत लगाओ, क्योंकि हर मार्क्स उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है.
And I think time management तो बहुत ज्यादा important है.
बहुत.
You cannot, I mean, even if you know everything, but you cannot manage time, then you will not be able to succeed.
Yes, you can come back to it. What I say कि उसी समय अटेम्प्ट कर दो, नहीं भी आता है ना तो वो 4 लाइन लिखनी ना उसी समय लिखो. डोंट थिंक कि मैं वापस आऊंगी या आऊंगा, क्योंकि नहीं, तुम वापस नहीं आ पाओगे. बिकॉज सम क्वेश्चन यू नो, अच्छा मुझे वो नहीं आता, ये वाला आता, मैं अच्छे से लिखूंगी, ये लिखूंगा. उसमें भी मतलब तुम्हारा टॉप 60% इज द मैक्सिमम दैट यू कैन गेट. दैट टू आई एम लाइक 60% इज अ ह्यूज, मतलब बहुत ही अच्छा आंसर लिखा है, एग्जामिनर भी तुम्हारा बहुत खुश है तब. नहीं तो 40% इज व्हाट यू गेट, 45% इज द एवरेज, उससे ज्यादा नहीं मिलेंगे. पर जहाँ 20% ले सकते हो वहाँ 0% पे क्यों छोड़ना है. तो these are very practical ideas, everybody knows it, but you have to implement it. क्योंकि हम जिस एज में रह रहे हैं, information is not a problem. So you have to implement it. Like I cannot stress this enough कि करो, जो पता है ना वो कर लो. And then it's हर एग्जाम को एक ऑब्जेक्टिवली देखो. इट्स अ सब्जेक्टिव एग्जाम बट इट्स ऑन ऑब्जेक्ट, मतलब ऑब्जेक्टिवली मार्क्स लाने हैं, यहाँ ला सकते हो. उसको उस तरीके से देखोगे ना तो इट विल बिकम ईजियर. उतना बर्डनसम नहीं लगेगा मार्क्स लाना. बहुत ही मैथमेटिकली चलो इवन अदरवाइज. सो या
When we spoke the last time, you were doing research with ICRIER, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, how did you manage the two things together, or how did it play some role in kind of clearing this? What happened? How did the two align together?
Yeah. So it goes back to 23 June. My first year had ended and all of us have to do internships. So the benefit of IFT is obviously that it gets you into Ministry of Commerce, even if you can't crack through any other internship. So that was a safe space, but I wanted, everybody was going through corporate. Because IFT is an MBA college, so the whole idea is to get a placement. For me, corporate I cannot wrap my head around it. Further, the corporate roles are not very economist roles. They're very data analysis, risk analyst, those kind of roles. Not my, I've told you, I don't like numbers that much. Enough to get me through exams, but not, except wo crunching karna, Python, everything, all that is so very difficult for me. But I still know basics of data are, obviously you have to upskill yourself, but that's when I thought कि मैं shortlist भी नहीं हो रही थी किसी company में. And my marks were good. I had been topping my class, but I was not getting shortlisted somehow. Then I was like, this is not for me. And then I started exploring research roles. That's something that I've always been interested in. I wanted to get into JPAL very bad, but I went through the interview stage also, but didn't get through. So I was started looking कि क्या करूँ. Then Arpita Mukherjee, Dr. Arpita Mukherjee is a professor at ICRIO, and she writes very oftenly in newspapers. And one day I was reading the Mint, and it was her India France article. And then I had seen her very active on LinkedIn. So I was thinking like, why not? Let me just text her. Let's see. Cold mailing, abhi tak to kuch nahi kiya. What if? And she was so nice enough to reply. And then things again serendipitously worked out. We talked on WhatsApp. We then had a call, and then she asked me if I wanted to come for an interview. That time I was even flying back to Delhi. So I was like, yeah, I'll come and meet you itself. That happened. Ma'am selected me. Very, very grateful for her. And then I started my internship, worked for 2 months, and I liked the place. And I would say that she liked me too. So we started working on something, and I had my first. So she asked me to increase my internship, extend my internship. So if like I could do it remotely, so I continued it. And back of my head, I started thinking that if nothing goes my way, then I can come back as a research assistant at ICRIER. This is something that I like. Corporate anyway is not my jam. Not nor are they liking me. So I should start thinking of like a safe space, like a safe falling ground if nothing goes to. Because coming to masters was also the reason behind it was to explore other options. For me, only looking at these exams was very heavy. नहीं हो रहा था मेंटली साइकोलॉजिकली नहीं अच्छा लग रहा था कि सिर्फ यही और नहीं हुआ तो क्या. तो 2 साल ऑलरेडी गैप आ गया था. आई वॉज ऑलरेडी ओल्डर in my masters. It's the trend, not that I say कि जले जाना चाहिए. I think you should have some experience work ex before you probably go for a masters or something, some experience of real life. And especially with these, I mean, for my batch, everybody had come, they didn't even go to college. The 22 batch, they barely had any college. So I was very young, and they were very young and I was very old. I felt old, but I had made up my mind that I was 23 when I went for my master's, that by 25, I need to be employed and employable. I didn't want to have huge career breaks. I can't explain it to them at such an early, मतलब मेरा career भी क्या ही था, कुछ career तो था नहीं उस समय. So I went for that. The whole aim was to get through, have a backup. And ma'am was also kind. And I had a publication in next January. And then some things happened. And then I told my ma'am that this is my plan. And then she suggested that I work as an external consultant. I had flexibility in my working hours so that I could study also. And मैम मतलब हर एम्प्लॉयर तो नहीं होता ऐसा, बट शी वॉज वेरी वेरी अकोमोडेटिंग विद रिस्पेक्ट टू मी. एंड आई वॉज डिलीजेंट कि मुझे काम अच्छे से करना है, जितना भी कर रही हूँ. अगर 3 दिन काम कर रही हूँ तो आई हैव टू बी ऑनेस्ट टू इट, because this is what is going to get me through if nothing happens, right? And that's what happened when I gave my exams. I was like, ठीक है, if nothing happens, I still have this place to go back to. And कुछ नहीं तो I'll get it converted, probably request ma'am to get it converted into a permanent position. So I was safe, I would say. ऐसा नहीं था कि डर नहीं लगता था एग्जाम से, डर लगता था नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा, ऐसा फील जरूर होता था, जो नेचुरल है. बट उतना डर नहीं था जितना सिविल सर्विसेज के टाइम था. दैट वाज मतलब वो तो it was a very very black space in my life. So yeah.
Comparatively, this was much better.
Yeah. So a career has been it's taught me so much. Apart from these exams, like I never wanted to identify only as an aspirant. I wanted to have another identity. ठीक है, मैं researcher हूँ तो मैं researcher हूँ. I know my policies. I know some of my economics. I won't call myself an economist, but I'm at least building a foundation to get there. Yeah. So that's how a career helped me in more days when I'm.
Manu, how about your interview experience?
Yeah.
I have, read through what you shared, but let's share it with the audience. How has been your interview experience?
So both the earlier interview and this interview was very, very decent, well. But this one was warmer. It wasn't a huge space. We went into Sir's room. It was a round table. There were 4 people. And it was a conversation. It genuinely was a conversation because Sir was talking to me, then another Sir was talking to me, and then ma'am pitched in her opinions, and then I replied to her. So it was a very meaningful discussion. They were very warm, and there were questions which I knew, but something happened and I couldn't answer them very well. But they were very nice about it. They didn't make me feel that I'm dumb or I don't know stuff. So they shifted the question. They, in fact, rephrased the question for me so that I could understand it better. And it was very warm. I do feel that if I could answer some questions better, but ठीक है, I don't want to be ungrateful when I say this, but so it wasn't all rosy, but उस समय ना feel नहीं हुआ. It was very warm. They are not as intimidating as we think them to be. They are there to select you, and they are there to share their opinion. They're very understanding. So I was born in Dehradun, Uttarakhand. So one of the members asked me about it. How do you feel the people have changed after the state has formed? So I very happily, I joked around and said that I was only 1 year old when the state was formed. So I don't particularly know the answer of your question, but I do know that it's a good state, XYZ, XYZ. Whatever I had prepared, I felt that it was the right moment to share. And he accepted it, and it was very nice. It was warm. It's not as intimidating if you know your stuff well, and if you're not very extreme in a lot of things in any way. They're going to be nice. Yeah, generally nice people. Yeah.
So, in this process of preparing for the interview, once you're done with your written exam, what extra things should one prepare themselves for interview? Is it just focusing on, economics, or should you focus on a lot more things like personality development or other things for the?
Yeah. So what I did was I started reading my newspapers even much more than otherwise. So this was what I had heard, that apart as compared to the civil services exam, this is very economics focused. But that does not mean that you study or I mean, they're not going to ask you theory of demand, or not going to ask you Tobin Bowman model draw करके बता दो, right? कभी कभी हो भी जाएगा, but that's not the norm. So you have to be updated with the current affairs, what is happening, because giving from my experience, 1/3 of it was just BRICS currency, okay, and I had prepared a lot, ma'am. Okay, I had prepared a lot. I had a lot of time. This time I didn't wanna do the mistakes that I did last time, and but I prepared. But BRICS currency, what Donald Trump had just won or just come, and he just said BRICS currency on the morning or one day before that. And I had been reading, but not. So once you read the news, you don't have to just read the news. You have to understand the context in which it is said. A BRICS currency, okay, what is the probability of it? Will India sign to it? Will China be on board? What is the existing BRICS trade like? So all that stuff I hadn't prepared as much, but so much of the interview was that. So, whatever information that you have to present it like that. You have to be cordial, you have to be humble that you don't know also sometimes. And then but you don't have to show har baar ki you don't know. You have to be confident about how much you know. I had been a trade student, I understood it well. And how will you know that the relationship or the geopolitics between India, Russia, China, USA, and some other country if you're not up to date with the information, right? No book teaches you that. So you have to build on those personalities that is fit for an IES officer, right? You can't be blank about that. You just don't need to know your theoretics a lot. And if you've written something in your draft that I read a book or something, then you have to read, even if you've not read for a long time, right? Because हो जाता है, नहीं पढ़ पाते, पढ़ाई पे फोकस होता है, हॉबी तो नहीं परस्यू कर पाता at least for 2-3 months at least. But then you pick that up again, you show that you love them. Obviously, if you've written, कभी नहीं लिखना है, but if you've written it, then obviously it's there. Then you build on that. You like start talking, presenting yourself. These are very little things, but then you have to keep them in mind. So yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
So, Anna, one last question. Everyone who prepares for this exam is always confused with the exact book list. This is a very, very basic thing that, students, I mean, should we go for Varian or H.L. Ahuja or Snyder Nicholson? So, can you just mention the book list that you followed? And even if, even if they don't follow Varian, suppose, and follow Snyder, is it okay for them to switch the books, or what should be the strategy with book following?
Yeah, I've mentioned this in my blog also, that for me, I built it up. It wasn't that I just refer to this book or that book. So largely यही होता है कि if I tell about myself, microclay I used H.L. Ahuja. Macroclay I used Freuen. Freuen was my Bible. I really liked the book also. It's a very thin book, and then you love reading it. I had been a trade student, but मैं पढ़ लेती, मैं Salvatore अच्छे से पढ़ी हूँ. And then in DU में हमने वो Krugman वाली book पढ़ी है, which is also nice. Krugman writes very well as an economist. If you read his papers, it's beautiful. And for environment eco, ये तो मेरे साथ, I was lucky enough to have EE as a master's में course, so I took that very thoughtfully. But we studied Kolstad for it, and पब्लिक फाइनेंस वगैरह मुझे लगता है माइक्रो में कवर हो ही जाता है और थोड़े बहुत कॉन्सेप्ट्स बचते हैं, तो मतलब अब तो ऐसा एज है ना कि इंटरनेट पे सब मिलता है। तो बुक लिस्ट ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है, कहीं से भी टॉपिक उठा लो, बस बाइबल तुम्हारी वो सिलेबस है। एंड इफ यू वांट टू गो थ्रू एनी बुक यू डू दैट, बट एंश्योर दैट यू स्टडी एवरी टॉपिक वेल। कहीं से भी पढ़ लो, वही मतलब बदलेगा ही नहीं वो टॉपिक। अब डॉन बुश आई थिंक रिमेम्बर ओवर शूटिंग मॉडल शायद सैल्वाडोर में कवर्ड नहीं है, तो मैंने उसके लिए ऑनलाइन देख लिया था। या कुछ टॉपिक समझ नहीं आ रहे हैं तो ऑनलाइन देख लो, सब चीज़ अवेलेबल है अब तो, मतलब यूट्यूब इज द oyster to the world that you want to be. It has everything. And for Indian economy, I would suggest that read the newspapers well. And I used to go through papers also. Like Mano NCR has published, and I still remember Poonam Gupta and Barry Aiken Green ने inflation targeting पे बहुत अच्छा paper निकाला था. I found it on LinkedIn, so I started reading it. And then you don't have to read the entire 18-20 pages, but you have to मतलब remember कि अच्छा ये अच्छा लग रहा है कि इन्फ्लेशन टारगेट, इट हैड अ टेबल इन्फ्लेशन टारगेटिंग के पहले क्या था, उसके पहले क्या था, and then what were the tools that the RBI used to use. So stuff like that. So you are also engrossed in studying that paper. It's not just something bookish knowledge. So books is something that you build on. You choose one book, अगर वो चीजें cover कर रहा है तो stick with it. And then because then you books से साथ भी relationship you build, right? You start liking it, you start understanding what the author is trying to say. So don't, मतलब अगर अभी सैल्वाडोर पढ़ रहे हो तो कल मत सोच लो कि क्रुगमैन पढ़ लूंगी या पढ़ लूंगा, क्योंकि सेम चीजें लिखी होंगी। कुछ चीजें मिसिंग है तो क्रुगमैन उठा लो, कुछ चीजें मिसिंग है तो नेट पे कर लो। आई फील, आई मीन, इन द एज दैट वी लिव, नेट में सब कुछ मिलता है। ई ज्ञान कोश, द गवर्नमेंट्स PDFs of some topics, that's also very nice. So I have studied like this only, not one, but क्योंकि HL हो जाए एक बार दो बार पढ़ी है मैंने, and then I've made my notes, पर उससे ज़्यादा वो पढ़ नहीं सकते आप उस बल की बुक को बार बार। It's a good book, but it's huge, and then spending so much time, you don't have so much time. So yeah, Freud I liked. If I'm missing anything, international trade, I've told you. I think I've told you everything, no? Am I missing anything? Yeah. Econometrics is Gujarati, of course. Yeah. And maths and stats के लिए I did the reverse engineering. I thought कि ये topics important हैं, because उतना ही time मिल रहा था मुझे, तो मैं Hawkins Simons अच्छे से करके गई। बार बार repeated questions आ रहे हैं, then you do that question very well.
Put
Yeah.
out also is a common topic.
Yes. Sometimes they ask differential questions, then you prepare. वो तो मैंने masters में पढ़ा था, तो I went back to Chiang for it. So topic wise उठाओ, it's easier क्योंकि कोई भी book, it's not made for UPSC, right? So yeah.
Got it. ठीक है. Anna, thank you so much that you gave time today on a Sunday morning to help understand the coming aspirants, how to go ahead and prepare for their exam. And a lot of my students are preparing for both Indian Economic Service and RBI Grade B DEPR, because the syllabus also aligns, and both of
Yes.
them kind of give you a good secured job and takes you to the economics field. So I think this is going to be a very, very helpful session for all of those. And I wish you all the very best in your future ahead, and stay in touch and keep telling me about your success whenever you achieve anything new. I will keep looking at it. I keep looking at what Reju is doing, where she is traveling, and I kind of like when people
Yeah.
places, and uh, they kind of establish the name of the institute also. So I wish you all the luck and keep in touch.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was such a nice platform to reach out to aspirants. And I hope, and otherwise also I'm going to say that I'm very reachable, approachable. You can text me on LinkedIn, and I am there to help, because I know I have benefited so much from other people, other successful candidates. So yeah, thank you for having me here. Yes.
Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.